So Dale's Bartlett pear tree. Dale, what do we got going on here? We got a
Anjou on the northwest limb.
And there's also on the northwest limb, this is from last year, this is an orchis pear, we think.
Not sure, but we think.
Yeah.
Coming around, we've got on the east limb.
Kind of a northeast limb. We have Johnna Gold DeCoster. Right, yep. And on the inside here, we have another orchis limb. Its graft is right here, about 6 inches from the trunk.
At least we think it's orchis.
We think it's orchis. And
it was last year's, in 2012. A couple of bosque on the southeast
limb, and then turning east. We got 2 bosque, one there and one here. And gold or red Bartlett. That's easy to tell. The leaves are always reddish.
Yeah. And it's got blossoms this year.
Woohoo! Be nice to get some off that. Okay, and the idea that the reason we're putting different pear varieties on here is so that we want to encourage a good set, because his only other pear tree is the moon glow over there. So when the bee gets to this tree, we want him to be zinging around from blossom to blossom, and we want it well pollinated. Pears. This pear, though, I think grew from the rootstock because it gives tiny little gritty, bad tasting pears. So we grafted some Bartlett to the lower limbs a few years ago, but the top gets all the energy. So we need to prune the thing back a little bit.
Right there?
Yeah, for a start. Timber. Now I'm thinking, Dale, we might have to cut that even lower so that we can graft onto it from the back of a pickup truck. Some good pears. Bartlett.
We could keep grafting on all these other lower limbs.
We could do that if we can get to them.
Well, like this one you can get to.
From the truck? Okay, but not the ones way up where you cut. We've got to cut about 2 foot shorter. This thing's going to sucker like crazy this year. It's going to put up water sprouts like crazy.
You better try it there for a year.
It'll just put up sprouts. Here's our Bartlett.
We could summer prune it.
Our Bartlett grafts here. There. A couple here that we're damaging. There we go. And on the back side. But they're just not getting much energy from the tree unless we were to gird around the top of those limbs, which we probably will do. You want to take it any shorter, Dale?
I like how those branches are actually horizontal.
Well, they're going to have pears on them this year, but they're going to be those little gritty, tasteless things.
You're not supposed to prune it more than like 30% a year, right?
Right.
Well, hello, 40%.
Okay. We'll just graft over some of these lower limbs here then this year.
It should send a lot more juice to the lower limbs that we graft.
I think we're going to try some girding to do that too. If you take a limb like this right here that has a graft on it, and since the top of the tree gets most of the energy, you take right above here and you cut the tree through the bark, through the cambium layer, and then what's coming up here goes into the limb instead of keeping on going. So I think we might be able to get some more growth on those grafts if we do that.
You just do that with a knife or what?
Yeah. You don't
Knife
have. You don't remove the bark. You just cut in.
That's off.
Yep.
Any other ones up?
We'll practice on Dean's trees. Okay. We'll learn what to do and what not to. Okay, so we're up in the bed of the pickup truck now, grafting up at 8 foot high. Oh, by the way, thanks Brian for the Bosque, the Anjou, and what's that? Jana Gold cart, or something. Coster. There we go. So we got the 3 varieties we're putting on this thing. There they are, Bosque, and I don't know if we're going to label all of them. But we also have some Bartlett from a couple years ago on here too. So this will be a multi-pear tree. And that is our nurse branch right there. We're going to leave that on until next year. And then we'll cut it off and graft onto it. And this tree should be then changed over.
It'll be working for us soon.
So we have a pear tree there, a luscious pear in this orchard, and a small one over here, Harlow Delight, I think, or Harrow Delight, and then we have a couple apple trees. Thumbs up, Dale.